Yeah, we got all the makings of a big second half coming up, and we'll be back. We're going to sit here and honor some guys as they go into the Raider Wall of Fame, and then we'll be back with y'all for the second half.
Playoff hopes. And everybody, let's give a round of applause for our future Wall of Fame inductees.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me draw your attention to the 50-yard line. The Red Raider Touchdown Club would like to honor this year's Red Raider Wall of Fame inductees. Our first inductee is Mr. Wayne Brigman. Mr. Brigman, a graduate of Bacon County High School, class of 1962, was part of Bacon County's most successful teams of the early 1960s, coached by Wall of Fame member Arnie Couture. Wayne was one of the folks that inspired the saying, "Dynamite comes in small packages." Most nights, Wayne was one of the smallest players on the field. However, what he lacked in size, he more than made up for in toughness and speed. One of the most electrifying running backs in the state during his time, Wayne was selected on an all-state team as a senior. Wayne's career path after graduation had him leading the recreation department in Pierce County for many years. He coached recreation and middle school football for most of those years. He was very successful and endeared himself to vast numbers of youth in Pierce County. For us in Bacon County to relate, Mr. Wayne was considered the Coach Doug Taylor of Pierce County. Unfortunately, Wayne passed away at a way too early age. We are honored to host many of his family members tonight. Receiving his plaque is Wayne's son, Jay Brigman. Our second inductee, Mr. Tony Lee. The Red Raider Touchdown Club is proud and honored to add the name of a 1976 graduate, Tony the Goat Man Lee, to the Wall of Fame. Tony will forever be remembered for the most memorable play in Mojo's history. During Tony's time, the Irwin County Indians were one of the Bacon County Red Raiders' biggest thorns in their side. Irwin County always fielded and still does very strong football teams. It was extremely difficult for our Raiders to get a victory over them. As a freshman, Tony's team was coached by Ben Snipes, and they were successful with wins over the likes of Clinch County, Appley County, and Charlton County, but not Irwin. In fact, they were successful enough that when Irwin County was looking for a new coach that off-season, they offered the job to Coach Snipes, and he accepted. The next season saw Coach Snipes bring his highly ranked Irwin Indians to the Mojo, with hardly anyone giving the Raiders much of a chance. But Tony and his teammates were determined to welcome their old coach back home. During that game, Tony, from his linebacker position, was able to block a punt and then scooped and scored what turned out to be the game winner in the glorious 15-13 Bacon County victory. Unfortunately, Tony's career came to an end as a senior with a severe knee injury. In the Irwin County block was not only the great play of Tony's career, but to those of his era, want to say to Tony, thanks for the memories and congratulations, Mr. Tony Lee. Our next football player inductee, Mr. Tommy Davis. Tommy's career as a Red Raider ended in 1984 with his graduation, but in the years leading up to this event saw Tommy playing some of Bacon County's best and most memorable games in our school history. Playing linebacker as a junior, Tommy was a significant contributor to what turned out to be Bacon County's best defense ever. His team still holds the record for team defense, giving up an average of only 5.5 points a game. That year saw shutout victories over Clinch County, Appling County, Jeff Davis County, Charlton County, Brantley County, and McIntosh. Tommy and his teammates followed those feats with a thrilling victory in the Mojo over #1 Clinch County. When asked who the most influential people in his football career, Tommy said first, the late Tommy Taylor, who taught me to love violent collision football, and Coach Tony Rigdon, who taught me the Christian warrior spirit. Both of these coaches are currently in the Wall of Fame. After high school, Tommy played college football at Presbyterian College before returning to coach football for the Red Raiders under head coaches John Stevens, Tony Rigdon, and Scott Brown. Tommy, we salute your service to our program and the entry of your name on the Wall of Fame. And last but certainly not least, Coach Gavin Vickers. 1980 turned out to be a momentous year in many ways. The University of Georgia won the national championship, and Alma-Bacon County got new residents named Gavin and Vicky Vickers. It is evident that these two new residents were and still are a true blessing to this community. Vicky's volunteer service to this community can be found all over Bacon County. We are truly grateful for all she has done for the betterment of our small town. Thank you very much, Miss Vicky. But tonight, we are honoring the other Vickers, Mr. Gavin. Gavin retired in 2008 after serving in the Bacon County School District for 28 years. Those years, along with 4 years in the Charlton and Lanier counties, give Gavin a total of 32 years of serving kids in our area. Gavin's career in Bacon County had him serving all 28 years in an administration role. The first 19 years as an assistant principal and the final 9 years as principal. Gavin's passion for primarily the kids and the desire to see them succeed in academics in life. His passion was also shown in his desire to help our local kids in athletics. All through his years in education, he willingly served in athletics. He coached basketball for 10 years, baseball for 14 years, and tonight we place his name on the Wall of Fame for coaching football for 24 years from 1980 to 2004. This service came under a number of head coaches. His dedication was always there in good and tough times. His influence on the youth in our community has been invaluable, and we thank him very much. The Red Raider Touchdown Club is pleased to enter the name of Coach Gavin Vickers on the Wall of Fame. Thank you, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of these 2025 inductees one big round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field, the Bacon County Raider Regiment under the direction of Dr. Will Garrett and assisted by Miss Renee Garman. They present a part of their 2025 show titled On Air Live, featuring the music of Dua Lipa, Florida Georgia Line, Jason Aldean, Redbone, Bonnie Tyler, Forrest Frank, and Elevation Worship. Soloists include Montserrat Hernandez, Marcus Garrett, Alan Cisneros, Peyton Boatwright, Morgan Smart, and Cade Mosley.